plan. Sign only, right? And so you know the smiling home warranty gal that comes in all the time? You want to buy a home warranty? Can I tell you about home warranties? Well, I've heard about home warranties for 37 years. Do I need to hear any more about them? Stay out of my office! Okay? Don't bug me again, but I'm going to give you all my business. I'm going to go ahead and make you and get your resume and your picture to all my sellers and all my buyers. You're going to be on my website under Trusted Affiliates. You're going to be part of my team. I am going to do my best to get every transaction to you. All you've got to do as you are going and bothering my competition at Remax and at Century 21, would you do me a favor on the way to their offices? I want you to write down any for sale by owner sign, address, and phone number you find. And I tell my mom and my sister and I tell all my other affiliates and my lender that their job is to collect for sale by owner leads. On Tuesday at 11 o'clock, I have all FSBO addresses in Oswego. Is that okay, guys? Yep. All right. Now, I don't want to call them. So I put them on a little low-tech 3x5 card, or I put them on a high-tech Excel spreadsheet. I don't care. And I email them to my lender. And what's he doing at 5:15 every Tuesday night?
Getting your numbers.
Calling for sale by owners. Who would a FSBO rather talk to? A real estate professional in the lending profession that's charging them nothing for advice? Or would they rather talk to a real estate agent who's going to suck 6 to 7% out of their pocket? Which one would they rather talk to? The lender. So I'll give them the script. We got all the scripts written down for them. Hi, Mr. Johnson. My name's Eric at Wells Fargo Mortgage, one of the largest and most successful real estate lending firms here in Oswego. And notice that you're selling your home by yourself. I wanted to say congratulations and want to let you know that we have a whole department devoted to helping for sale by owners. Can I just take 30 seconds of your time and tell you some of the things we can do for you? Free? Free, they like free. Well, sure, the guy says. 95% of the cases. Well, number one, we can put together a sheet showing 11 ways in which your home can be financed. FHA, VA, 5% down, 10% down, variable, fixed. We have lots of programs. See, the more options you give buyers, Mr. Johnson, the better chance they have of buying your home. Number two, what I can do is I can pre-approve every buyer you're negotiating with so you actually know that you're going to go into the closing process with a buyer that can actually close your home. Number three, I can find you the top real estate agent in any city in the United States. And how does he do that? Goes back to Sandy and says, whatever referral directory you use, he'll help you find that top agent and give it to the FSBO. Number four, I've been in the business now for 9 years, Mrs. Johnson. I can be a mentor. I can give you the copies of the board contracts that are being used to do transactions. I can answer your questions. If I don't know the answer to your questions, I'll seek out one of the top agents in the area to find out what the answer is and get the information right back to you. Mr. Johnson, have I earned the right to give you a call once a week to see how you're doing? They almost always say, sure. And the only thing I ask in return is the fact is I would love to have a chance to do the loan on the buyer you find for your home. And my lender, who's not charging this guy anything, and the FSBO start to have a relationship. My lender's stoked about this because he has a chance to control the loans on a 7% market share. You guys with me still? So I got a happy lender. I got a happy FSBO. Now, what do? Well, since I already send out just sold, just listed cards, which after all these years is still in the top 10 of lead generation for sellers, if you're not doing it, start doing it. So what address do I add to my just sold, just listed card campaign? The FSBO. Now my lender starts calling. He is going to make me money in 5 different areas. FSBO creep sells his house. Becomes a buyer in Oswego. Gee, Mr. Johnson, well, I've got to tell you, I know the agent in Oswego who has the very best in buyer services. He'll show you things that aren't even on the MLS. He's amazing. He's who I'd use if I was buying a home. Oh, great, we'll have him call. So I'm going to get the lead on a FSBO that becomes a buyer. Second source of income. FSBO creep sells his house and moves to New Jersey. So I get my referral directory open and I find the guy with 7 stars by his name, and I make myself a 35% referral fee. Fizbo Creep sells his house to some kid who's got a rotten little condo he's got to sell prior to buying the Fizbo's house. Now, does the Fizbo go tell the kid, hey man, you ought to go for sale by owner? Does he say that to the kid that needs to sell the condo? What does he say? You need to list that little condo so we can close this transaction. Who's probably going to get the nod from my lender, the mentor of the Fizbo, to possibly list that stupid little condo? Income source number 4. Where did all the buyers go that were pre-approved by my lender for that Fizbo that didn't end up buying that Fizbo's house? Where did they go? My desk. It went in my lender program. Income source number 5. My lender's been calling at 5:15 every Tuesday night for 7 weeks. On the 7th week, he has a conversation. It's a little different with the Fizbo. The Fizbo says something like, you know, Frank, this isn't as much fun as I thought it was going to be. My boss is getting mad about me leaving work to show my house all the time. You know, I don't like my wife being home alone showing the house to people I don't know when I'm not there. Frank, being the highly tuned sales machine that he is, here's a little kink in the armor, doesn't he? Here's his big close. Gee, Mr. Johnson, I've always respected your decision to go for sale by owner, but I've got to tell you, I know one of the top agents in Oswego at the top firm in Oswego. His name is Walter Sanford, and the Fizbo says, I've heard of him. Why did he hear of me? Because he's been getting those just sold, just listed cards, hasn't he? No matter where I had a just sold, just listed, that guy got a card. And if I don't have any just solds, just listed, I use other people's just solds. Okay? We call that system the OBS, Other Broker Sold Card System, but we'll talk about that in a minute. And you guys, the Fizbo says, or my lender says, can I have you give him a call? And the for sale by owner says, okay. And the lender grabs the phone, calls my internal line, and I answer, and he screams in the phone, get this guy! And who does he deliver to me? A pre-tenderized Fizbo. Somebody that's had the poop beaten out of them. Are you guys with me on this stuff? Yep. I now control a major demographic with a minimum of my time involved, helping my lender get more loans, and obviously when I do get listings that sell, I'm trying to get him the loans on top of that. Do you think that's a system that would work for some of you guys? That's only 1 out of 73. Give me another one. How else do you guys want to get some more listings? Look, I can make them fun. I can make them cheaper. I'm not going to have you knock on doors or cold call. I just want you to control demographics. Demographics are people who are more likely to want to sell. That's the business plan, man. How do I double and increase your listing inventory? How do I get those buyers calling for no money? Talk to me. Give me another one. What do you guys do to get listings? Really? It's not 2006. It's not. People aren't bugging you at the restaurant, at the grocery store anymore. They aren't saying, oh, "You got a name badge." I love real estate. I know I've made a fortune on my house. Let's talk about moving up. How many of those conversations have you had lately? That's an 06 conversation. In 10 and 11 and 12, they aren't going to be that happy about to talk to you. Okay. Give me another one. What does somebody say?
Expired listings.
You do expires? Expires, cancels, withdrawns.
Not good?
Yeah, I like it. A lot of people here don't like to make the phone call. A lot of people think there's too much competition. A lot of people think it's too much work for too little return. Let me give you a quick one then. Every morning I'm time blocked at 9 a.m. to do the expired research. Name, address, and phone number. Is that okay? You won't ever get an email address. And every morning, how many expires do we have in Oswego? Any idea? Any guesses? 5, 6. How many do we have on January 1? Did anybody take a look? Huh? How many do we have on the first day and the last day of every month? Anybody take a look at that? You see, in Las Vegas, Nevada, I coach the #1 agent in Vegas. And